Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 3 of Stuff Your Stocking. So today is all about rotary cutters, replacement blades, chenille blades, and my favorite pinking blade. So let's just dive right in. We all use rotary cutters in our quilting and our sewing and in our bag making, and I actually use multiple rotary cutters. I am very partial and always have been to the Olfa rotary cutter, which is the ergonomic model. It has a lock on it, but the bigger part that I like is that when you hold it in your hand, it's very comfortable and it's very easy to use. And also, if you were to drop this while you were cutting and it went down, it's automatically going to close. So safety-wise, this is the safest rotary cutter that is on the market. Another thing about the Olfa rotary cutters that I love is they can be right or left-handed. While I'm a right-hander, I have lots of students that are left-handed, and you can change the blade to either side to your cutting preference. So left-handers, you guys can use either one. Now the 60mm rotary cutter is definitely for cutting thicker items. So I use these when I'm rough cutting things. We use them when we're cutting kits down or if we're stacking fabrics. When I'm doing trimming or I'm doing squaring, I always use the smaller rotary cutter. It is something that is habit-wise I've always done. I feel like it doesn't get away from me. I don't move along the ruler or things like that. So Olfa has a 60mm and also a 45mm, which are what I use. We also get a lot of people talking about the shredding, or sometimes their fabric is fraying after they cut it. And that is usually a sign of a dull blade. We go through a lot of blades cutting fabric here at the shop. I go through a lot of blades working on samples because I'm using things like fabric, SF101, different interfacing. So our blades tend to dull a little bit quicker when we're using them on multiple different types of fabric. On my 60mm, that is usually what I cut my Bosal or my soft and stable and any of those interfacings. And I really just use my 45mm, so it's always nice and sharp when I'm squaring down smaller items or I need those really precise cuts, and then I don't have that blade last me a little bit longer. There's two options for replacement blades. There's a 1-pack and a 5-pack. Most of us really like to have the 5-pack so that we never run out and we always have them. So we put together a package that is going to have, before I talk about that, let's talk about the pinking blade. So a lot of times when we do embroiderers or bag makers, there's sometimes we have seams. Even if you're doing an apron that you're not lining, you may have some open seams. Maybe you don't want to serge them, or you don't want to overcast them on your machine. There is a pinking blade. So I use the Olfa 45mm. It's the splash rotary cutter. And then I change the blade out from the regular blade that it comes with to the pinking blade. So that way when I need to finish an edge, I can just very quickly use a rotary cutter. I don't have to use my pinking scissors. I find that this is much faster and much more efficient for me. So I keep it in this one because I don't use it as often, and I really can identify what I'm picking up very quickly when I just look down. It's my blue splash rotary cutter. So the nice part is with this, you can take that blade and use it in your regular 45mm, and then just switch that blade out for that pinking blade to get it. So we put together two packages for you, a 45mm package and a 60mm package. So this is going to give you a new cutter. It's going to give you a 5-pack of replacement blades. It will give you the rotary cutter, the splash rotary cutter. Remember, it comes with a 45mm blade, so you're getting an extra blade there. And then we're also going to put in the pinking blade. So when you open up your package at the end of this Stuff Your Stocking, you can just switch that blade to the pinking blade, and then you already have an extra 45mm blade to use. Once again, when you buy the package, you are also going to get a $5 gift card to Thimbletown, which you guys can collect through those and then use them on one big item that you'd like. So the There's a 45 millimeter package, and then there's also a 60 millimeter package, and that has the exact same items in it. It's the rotary cutter. It's a 5-pack of replacement blades. It is the splash rotary cutter, and then it also is going to have the pinking blade in it and the card. So you can get either size you want or both sizes. Like I said, I use both sizes, and I know there's a lot of you out there that like to use different sizes. So we separated that package out for you. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the chenille cutter. So this is something that we have used this year a couple of times. We used it in a breakfast club, and we used it in one of our class passes, our holiday class pass. This is just an example. So this was one of our Dream Big panels. And what I'll hold that up. So this was actually 4 panels that were layered on top of a backing, and then they were we sewed lines, and then we went back with the chenille rotary cutter. So if you've seen more things, or if you have panels and you want to do something fun with them, chenilling them up really quick for a quick wall hanging at the holidays when we get different seasonal panels in is a really great way to do it. So the chenille rotary cutter has some different depths that you can cut. And the thing I love about it is it has multiple different sizes. So there's 4 sizes on here, and each size is going to represent a different seam allowance so that you get that perfect cut. When you use the chenille rotary cutter, it is going to go between the 3 layers. The 4th layer remains uncut, and it will stay right in the middle depending on which size that you use. So you have the option also on the Stuff Your Stocking for day 3. The rotary cutter for the chenille is on there also. Remember, you can go back to day 1 and day 2 and get any of the packages there. We are going to package them all up at the end and wrap them up and then get them shipped out to you, or locals can come in at the end of the 10 days. We'll have everything ready for you. Once they are gone or we are sold out, they will start to fall off the website. So if you're thinking about them, I got a couple of messages yesterday asking, do we check out at the end of the 10 days or do we check out as we go? To ensure that you'll have it for Christmas, you need to check out as you go because that will, if it's on there, we have it here ready for you in stock. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 4 of Stuff Your Stocking.